I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World. Professor Vinster, I wanted to show you what happened to me the other day after the power outage, which I've mentioned in another video. Same thing happened, and I actually got it all figured out, I think, for sure. Anyway, some reason my splicer seemed to have gone back to the preset that it was before. I could have done it by accident, I don't know. So I printed this vampire gargoyle, and if you see, I print hollow because I like to do stuff with them other than just have them sit on the shelf the way they are. I like to put stuff inside. I like to sometimes put glass eyes in. I like to put like I'm going to actually put a brain inside this guy. You can see through his ear and see his brain, which is going to be pretty neat. But if you notice that there's a longer slot in here, it's because it's hard to print when it's in a concave because there's no supports in there because I'm printing hollow. So what I usually do is do more layers so that it has a chance to spaghetti over and do half decent. But if you notice, there's some holes and stuff like that, which I really don't. It doesn't really bother me because I fill them all in anyway, and when I prime and paint, and it's part of what I do, so it doesn't really bother me at all. But what I did was I changed it back. Now this is a lot better. The ear is still open, which I knew it would be because there's no supports inside the ear, and it started to spaghetti, of course, but I'll pop that out anyway because I want, like I said, I want that open. And the eyes I usually cut out. It's a little bit thicker than sometimes why I want it, because then it takes a bit to cut out the spots that I want. But anyway, the thing about this is the more layers you do, the better chance it has to do a top layer, even though there's not supports underneath. It'll start to spaghetti underneath, and if I open this up from the back, you'll see that it's all kind of fuzzy, like when when it goes wrong. Like if the actual print goes wrong, you'll get all that bird's nesting and stuff like that. Now, sorry you can't see me, but I don't think that's a big deal because I'm not the eye candy anyway. But anyway, that's the deal, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to separate the raft, which I like to put on because it gives me a better base, and it gives me a better, especially when I'm making hollow, that way it can't change. The raft keeps it all uniformed. It keeps it so that it actually adds up to each other, and actually they're actually exactly the same raft to a T. So there we are, and I'll show you how I take the raft off. I want to get into where I can get this to separate and go around. Hopefully I can get in there. Yeah, it takes a bit to get into there. Take this one. I'm using a pretty dangerous kind of blade, but you don't have to do this, but there's safety ones that you can do like this too. But I find it, well, you should wear gloves. I don't wear gloves because the reason is that my fingers, I can't feel stuff as well if I'm wearing gloves, and I know where I am. I think I'm a lot safer. See, that goes around pretty good. Now where the supports are, actually I can't see that with the glasses. Pull that back a bit. If you can see this, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Now when I get down in here where the supports are and where they join, it's a different story. So I got that. Now let's see if, there we go. Now, more than likely, if I'm lucky here, I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. Well, it won't blow your mind, but in some cases. Okay, so that part's off. hopefully it doesn't always come off the way you want it to. Easiest. Now I can actually remove. Now this is what you got to be careful when you're pulling the blade towards you. Like I said, I do this a lot. Try to keep my hands out of the other hand so that when the thing does travel a little quicker, when it goes through something quick, it doesn't do a job on me. But I also make it so that the outside's not too bad. It's thicker than normal. Now that's off. You can see there's only one little piece left. Now I got a choice. I could actually pull this out. A lot of you might not do this, but I'm doing. And I'm going to show you what goes on inside. See, this is what goes on inside when you print. Follow. There you go. There's what happens. Now, see, it's trying to fill in these spots that I showed you here. See? It's trying to spaghetti that in. So this is what it looks like. You may look like, wow, why is he doing that right? But this is solid. Like I said, it's trying to spaghetti those in. That's how it does those. And there you go. Now, I don't know how the other one's going to turn out. We'll try that one in a second. Now, here's the opposite side. I don't know if we're going to get it. Let's see if we can get it cruising like we did. It's not bad. It's not bad. Well, the new setup that I did on the splicer makes it a lot easier to get the raft off than before. Before it was like an effort. It was crazy. And wherever the supports are, of course, the supports grab harder, which is a good thing. That's a support underneath the tooth. Vampire's tooth. Now I put my glasses down a little bit farther here so I can see, maybe, so I can see exactly where I want to go here. There we go. Okay. Now it's hard to get the blade in there. You can go like that, twist it over, then you got to get it right between where you want to be. Come on, get in there. There you go. I'm trying to do this fast to show you. I'm going to pull that off. Like that. Same way we did the other one. Put that over there, that goes in the garbage. Or you could use it for other crafts. You never know. Now, pull that back, get that off there. Then, you know, I can pop this out. Now this is a little bit thinner than that one, but they'll go together okay. Let's see here. I want to compare these, so that's why I'm pulling this all apart. There's the supports there for the tooth. I want to damage that. But anyway, we have blood? No. This is a rough idea already. See, this one did a lot more spaghetti than the other one did because it was trying to hold. See the difference? Yeah, this one was trying to fill in the hole. It's wonderful the way it tries to fix stuff up for you. I call it spaghetti, and I don't know what anyone else calls it, but that's what I call it. Let's see if I can get the rest of this off safely without making a mess or cutting myself. Let's see here. Okay. Now there's your supports right inside there. I'll have to pull that out. Let's see if I can pull that out without breaking the teeth or the tongue. They're in there pretty good. Where's my other ones? Oh, shake the camera. Oh, there they are, buried. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Got it. So that's it for that support there. Now there's still a spot on the tongue that have joined together. Put that in there like that. Put that down like that. And this one here, it doesn't look as difficult. Then again, you never know. There we go. Most of it. Yeah. It doesn't want to come out. Pull it through this hole. There we go. Popped out. Okay. Now the reason I wanted to see that is now that I made them thicker, I wanted to see if they will fit together properly. If they're the right thickness. Or am I going to have to do work? See, one's probably thicker than the other. See? Yeah. This is what I was trying to see. Now, that means I have to print another one because I printed the other one. One's thicker, the other one's thinner. And they probably won't join together. Yep, see? There's a gap there. By the time I put them together, they're going to be different. So that means tonight, I'm going to have to print side A again. I just want to apologize for the sound. You should be able to hear me really well, other than some fans in the background and stuff like that. I started the video off like that because I wanted you to hear the supports being removed and actual audio without being with the I wear these units here, and they noise canceling, and there's the screen noise canceling, so sometimes you can't hear that well, but also sometimes it's a better sound. But anyway, this video is going to be kept the same. So anyway, enough of that chatter. Now, yay, last night I printed the other side overnight, which was 8 hours instead of 7. That tells you that There's been a change, of course. So this one here is going to be a hopefully complete match. Now there's some supports here around the ears. They have to come off. So that's the part that I wanted to show you. Sometimes they're easy, and sometimes not so easy. So I'm just having my my hot tang. I love the hot tang. Now let's see here. Oh, here there. And let's knock everything over. Knock my dinosaur over. He's already been knocked over a few times. All my stuff gets knocked over. I have so much stuff. So anyway, what we're going to do is we'll hopefully check to see if we're in the camera here. And we're going to cut this guy out. And we're going to hopefully have it fit the other side. Which that was the whole deal in the first place. It's when you got to get it so that if you have different kinds of printers, different companies, and make sure that the slicer that you're using, they match your layers and everything you're doing, so that all your models or pieces, if you're doing a bunch of pieces that have to go together to make one big model, you want to make sure that they're all printed the same thickness, or else you're going to run into the problem that we ran into earlier in the film. And that's not good. So you got to set them all the same. Sometimes they'll take a different route. They'll actually take different routes to print differently to a point, but they should all be the same once it's all said and done. Now hopefully I can get under there. I gotta get in there. Some of these spots are difficult. Now if you've never done 3D printing before, then this could give you an idea if you want to do it. Oh, it's all fun. Sometimes, with any hobby, you can get frustrated with certain things. If you're not a great painter, or if you're not, everything involves some kind of a, you gotta want to do it. You gotta wanna. It's like that stuff. Yeah, you have to, if you're gonna do something right, or if you want to do something, you have to want to do it. You can't just do it because, oh, he's doing it. He's got a YouTube channel and he's doing it. It's not why you do it. You do something because you have a passion to do it. Like I have some friends that, I call them friends, they're new friends, and they do a lot of carving, and they some work with driftwood, and yeah, so actually that right there, okay, so you just got to be careful when you're taking stuff apart. You don't break it. Bingo! That just flew past me. Mrs. Venster, my wife, she likes to this part of cleaning up the models. Little bits, pulling parts off, stuff like that. I don't mind it. It's not my favorite part of 3D printing, but it has to be done. So I'm going to get this last little piece off here. Come on. I yell at this stuff. So now I'm going to put these back on because of the reason of I got to get in there and make sure I don't bust anything off. Okay, so this one here, let's see if I can get that out without wrecking something. And that's why we have, like I said earlier, different pliers. So hopefully you can jam the thing in the right spot and pull things out. it's like kind of like I guess pimple popping and peeling skin off after you've had a sunburn or something like that. Some people think of it as that. Me, I think it's just hard work. It ain't. It's not easy. It's not easy. Especially when it doesn't come out in one piece like you want it to. There we go, there's a nice piece. Just got that one out there. Now this one here should come out. There we go. That piece there. Sometimes they get stuck in behind because they got more. They fit right in the groove. Sometimes you gotta give them a little bit of encouragement. Come on. There you go. So there. And then we're gonna take this off, just like we did on the last one. Pop the lid of a can off. Like that, and that like that. And go. Add to the collection of junk. And there you go. So there's your spaghetti that's happened. It tried to fill that hole, which I didn't want it to anyway, because that's the ear that I want to leave open. So now here's the moment of truth. Do they fit? Yes, they do. And they fit good. There we go. There we go. That's what we wanted. We wanted them to fit good. Like that. Down below, of course, it's just because it has to be cleaned up. But other than that, there you go. So that's what we want. Now we can probably, I don't know if it'll stay together. It'll sit there like that. But we'll put some tape on it. And then that way we can actually take a picture of it to a point where the way it's supposed to look. So there you go. So that's how it's done. And problem solved. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.